Alright, are we ready to start the picking? Holding on. Literally potato behavior. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and do old switcheroo. Now, be very cautious. One of the 8 players you can pick currently has a blue colored screen, so remember that when picking. I believe him. Yep. Correct. Whoa. Whoa. Alright. Ascend. Ascension, the Call of Duty Black Ops map. Go ahead and pick your favorite player, your favorite brand of ice cream. Okay. Do you want to go ahead and pick the map as well? Dang, I binked it. All right. Once Potato Boy re-enters the fray, I will absolutely add him to your team. But until then, Reason, can you go ahead and give me your 2 favorite gamers of the day? Well, one of them's a fish, so I have a guess on who was doing it. Um. All right. Um. Ascendo. Go ahead and pick me 2 more. What is a what is a staphtron, and why does it sound like a disease? I believe you, but not VC. Just the game. Okay. All right. Reason that attempts, please. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Bro, do you not own a coin? Are you in depression? Are we in a recession right now? All right. That's crazy that you'd pick Potato Boy 123 over Shea Fresh, while Potato Boy literally can't play the game. That's pretty cool. Yo, I joined a game and I have to play it. What? What's going on here? Get this. I'd get this off my screen. I don't want that. All right, that's it. You're getting Shea Fresh and you're gonna like it. That's probably intentional. I'm a big fan of the last one personally. All right, so we squaresies. Team Ascenders, go ahead and pick Overwatch 2 VC, and the club, go ahead and stay here. All right.
Go.
Heck yeah, and you'll be in the recording too.
Hi, chat.
Chat, yeah, truly chat. Truly a chat moment. The only thing I'm more excited for than these matches are for them to be over so that I can go to bed.
I've been so tired this week because I'm out in the sun doing the lettering. So that's why I was like, I'll join.
I also was heavily considering. I literally just walked in the door at 7:50 from a 3.5 hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh boy, is this worth it? But then the people needed me.
Yes, we need you.
That's true. How else can we truly game?
So what are we expecting today?
Well, since Potato Boy's back, I'm assuming Potato Boy's gonna play some ball. Jaden loves some Genji. Autumn and Staffstrom, I don't know. I guess ACS is feeling damage, so that means maybe Stafftrom's playing support. Of course, Reason loves Sojourn. Blink might try to match ball. Fish, I don't know. Greninja plays Genji. Nuh-uh, AKC kind of flexes. Oh, but it's willing to play Doom. That's pretty cool. I like the Doom into ball matchup. I'm excited to see that.
And so Blank's on Baptiste. This is typical.
Yeah, if Blank's playing support, Blank's playing Baptiste because that is just not a support when Blank's playing it. Very much prefers the damage part of Baptiste. We see the Ana Kiriko on the side of Potato Boy's fan club, which is pretty cool. I like that backline. And Bap Ana is kind of a nothing backline, but it looks like they're figuring that out slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Doom goes down here, and they're playing double, not hit scan. Okay, now it's pretty much hit scan.
Yeah.
But like double like range DPS. I see them swapping over now. It's super smart. They're going Ana Brig. I like all these swaps. This is what the comp should look like from the beginning. You have the Ana Brig. They're gonna be able to keep each other alive. ACS does get the kill on Reason. I think that's kind of important. That's kind of a tempo setter. Of course, it was the first. It was like the first part of Tracer's, push as Tracer. Just swapped off in Sojourn. Maybe isn't comfortable on it right now. Has to warm up. But still, like, ACS is not a Tracer player. Tracer is very much not even in the role that ACS normally plays. So that's pretty good to be able to take Reason out. Looks like Reason though is very much content shooting this ball, and it's just how fast do we kill the ball?
Able to get a pretty good percentage, I'd say, for a fight or two.
Yeah, and I'm seeing. I don't understand the Zen swap, to be honest, by Stafftron. I really liked the idea of the Ana Kiri, but maybe it's for the Doom just to like kind of blow him up a little bit more. But I think with Ball Tracer, I think you want that Ana to be able to get a lot of healing on the ball to charge Nano really quick. And it's not like the Zen's gonna be safe wherever he's at because of the Tracer and the Doom. Like right now, Zen's just getting harassed. Doesn't end up dying quite early. Does stagger the death a little bit more, which buys the team time to get some kills. I do like Jaden swap onto the Echo though. This is a good look. Immediately gets value out of that ult. Doom here's just trying to stall on point, gets pulse bombs, gotta leave. Still pretty even Lijiang. Does look like Doom dies. That's really the only advantage of the Zen there, is that when you're focusing down the tank, it's a lot easier with that Discord Orb.
I could see that. I was actually hoping for a high noon early, just to keep him off point for a little more, get a little more percentage. And no, just goes into the minefield.
Yeah, that was a little goofy. But we do see ACS getting picked off by Reason. Reason's definitely warming up after that first little duel. Yeah, to here you wanna find the Cassidy. Rig and Cassidy are over here on this coast, just trying to get ball pressured out. Kiriko gets the ball healed up. But now you're fighting into rally.
Yeah, just disengage, give a little percentage, come back in with cooldowns.
Here's ball. You needed to get out a little bit ago. I think right now you're kind of feeding, but ACS finds the Ana in the back line, teams up with the ball. They have a trance.
I think the trance was made to keep ball up, but just used it to just cross the map because they just couldn't get it over there. Wow.
Yeah, and then Naa getting a nice 2 big boops, which is huge there, especially one being on the ball. That's gonna buy them a lot of time. That was a really good adjustment by Reason's team. I think that they kind of knew the win condition and played around it as best they could. And now they're gonna come into this last fight with what looks like 3 ults, with Fish probably getting nano here soon, versus just ACS's pulse bomb maybe. Oh, they just narrowly missed the pulse onto Zen.
Again, I'd like to see a high noon here just to zone people out. Ball can touch, but like you can get a pick if they try pushing in.
Well, here comes that high noon. It's a little late. It does kill the Echo and pressures out the ball. Oh, but Blink just stays on top of the pulse bomb. That's huge. They're not able to kill the Kiriko or the Zen. Gets Zen very low, but does not look like. Oh, Cassidy does barely get the Zen at the end. That's very huge. This fight does flip over to ACS's team, the club, but it was not a convincing fight. Definitely red team can still come back into this. Blank swapping over to the Lucio to make sure everybody gets back in time, but they did use all of their ultimates.
Yeah, I'd see Potato Boy fan club coming in to.
Wow, they never really knew what to do because the ball of Potato Boy was already low, so they wanted to go grab a Mega to then be able to better recontest. The Tracer was in range, but I just don't think the communication was there. That's interesting. But a super close round 1. I'm liking the comps of both the teams. I'm wondering if Blink ends up staying on the Lucio for this map, because you know you think Garden and you're like boops.
Brig could work too, but I don't want to see him on BAP again because of the diviness of Potato Boys. And Delta Jaden goes over to the Genji, which just enhances all that.
No far on either side. I'm a little surprised. What was going to be even more shocking is if Autumn ended up staying on the Lucio for Lucio Zen. I was like, whoa, but that just looked like a speed out of spawn situation. ACS already burning recall on that Tracer, but Potato Boy's able to kill the Cassidy, and looking like on the Doom's going to go down too. The team's very split right now. Reason able to get a pick on a Stafftron. Again, that Zen is really just the weak point of the team. And it's not because of any like skill on the player, it's just that character's super glass cannon.
Yeah, no mobility. Makes him an easy target to dive.
Blank kind of just walking into ACS there. ACS able to get that pick. Able to come back and kill Autumn on the carry. That's a lot of healing gone. Stafftron is never really going to feel safe on the Zen. So solo healing especially is going to be difficult.
You want to flip the point here. Ball is low, but you don't need to focus him just to get the percentage flipped over.
Fish narrowly misses that sleep dart there to stop the ball. Looking to get a nano here for this next fight.
You should be looking into getting mines here this fight. Just put him on point. Oh, nope.
Autumn kills Reason, but I think you'd rather have your tank.
Yeah.
Now you got Genji and Tracer diving the Cassidy in the back line, and Fish is just staying vigilant. Able to keep the Lucio alive enough to get double kill, triple kill. Wow. With the help of the Ana from long range, Blank's able to just get 3 in that room. And then dives to a ball boot, maybe? No, he's able to stay
No,
back. That's good.
he's good.
Phew. I was worried for a second. I was like, that would be embarrassing. Potato Boy coming up big here. Can't quite find the Lucio.
Also straight out.
He's able to dodge the Doom Fist. Lucio, oh my god, just a tricky little guy. Is able to get the kill. Now he's going to try to chain up with ACS to take out the Ana. ACS unable to do it on his own. Gives it over to Potato Boy.
Nuh-Uh's managing to survive this fight for a bit. Oh.
Potato Boy able to get Nuh-Uh at the end there. But Greninja's in a really good spot. Just on this bridge, applying pressure to ACS and Potato Boy. Eventually does get healed up. Here comes that high noon.
Oh no.
It's kind of a what do you expect type moment there.
That's both support holes used from Potato Boy's fan club.
But nuh-uh. Really far away from a Doom ult. Fish the closest, and obviously, I mean, the Ana gets ult pretty quick. Especially when killing a Zen, but he's nano enough. Greninja again trying to take this wide positioning. And then getting real low. But finds some healing. Buys a lot of time, makes a lot of space for the team. Blank caught out of position here. Oh, but the Genji is definitely not going to get value here, right? Oh, wow, okay.
Certainly does.
Jaden gets 2 there. Wow. Started that blade super low. Did he? Oh, it took the slash healing perk. I always forget about that now.
Oh, true.
I was like, how did you stay alive there? But with the added perk system, definitely keeping that Genji alive. Ends up deflecting the pulse bomb. Good work by Jaden here in this duel against Reason. Reason forced to go to point, ends up dying doing so. With 1-1.
Close fight again.
Definitely close. It doesn't, just by the scoreline as compared to the last one, doesn't look as close as the last one, but this one I never really felt like one team had full control. And that might just be because it's Garden, a lot more boops are going on, a lot more chaos can happen.
Pretty scattered in the teams, yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is kind of like when I think of Lijiang, this is the middle ground where I think Control Center is pretty solved in how it's played. A lot of the teams kind of start the same way and re-engage in a very similar way, while Garden always seems like haphazard. You're always unsure, do I take the bridge, or do I go to the left route, or do I pick like mobile characters to try to make the gap? This is like the middle ground map of like there's a little bit of still expression that can happen on how you get to point and how you re-engage, but also it's not nearly as scary to traverse like a giant gap like on Garden. Still, we've seen on both the maps where you maybe lend yourself to like a Pharah or an Echo, you're just not seeing it. And I think that's just both teams just not really having that player. Wow, Jaden able to just isolate Greninja on the cast and get a ton of value out of getting that kill, finding the Ana. Everyone's on an island. Safftron is able to team up with Autumn to kill on the Doom, and now you just slowly retake the point. Blank goes down. Autumn's going crazy. Does a little emote on point. It's a little dance.
And Greninja swapped over to the Genji as well to match.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're looking at the teams, they're very even in like player potential. So if you just decide to match the comp as best you can, I think that's not a bad idea. Tracer Genji, very good combo. But again, that Zen is just always gonna be you know, at risk of dying. And that's like the real difference between these two teams. Is that it's the double flex support of Potato Boy is just a lot more flimsy. Blank can not only duel on that Lucio, but also can sustain his Ana, can control the mid fight with boops, has a decent amount of AoE healing as well when they actually all dive together. So Blank getting low there, but unable to get fully followed up on. Saves the day a little bit with that boop. Now it's on ACS to try to make, you know, something out of nothing with this pulse bomb. Looking for Looking for a punch. Ends up getting Suzu'd. Nuh-uh, just dying on point here. No one able to come back and save it. Pulse Bomb goes wide, but they still get the kill on Blank. And the fight's, again, still very even.
The early pick on Fish, I think, kind of hurt the Reason's team.
Yeah, it's although not as volatile as Zen. I think the boot by Blank, well done. Still ends up dying for it, but very, very much like, you know, I got my one type scenario.
Real.
Oh, and then Greninja getting the kill onto Autumn. Greninja's going crazy here. Jaden's able to get a couple key headshots here. Might be able to find Fish. And then nuh-uh here as well. Doesn't get hit by the beat, but does get the Mega. Does die, though. Reason trying to get out. Reason should be able to leave here. Yeah. And then Blank decides, you know, this fight's not for me. Potato Boy and company building a huge lead here.
I like the Kitsune Blade, like, as an idea.
And then just mines to kind of disrupt any sort of point push. But then we have Nano Blade on the other side. Things can get crazy.
He's going for it.
And then gets kicked. He's unable to find much after that. He's able to get both supports. That's huge. Now he's chasing the Tracer and the Genji. Unable to find purchase on either. Mines have been used. Blade's been pulled by Jaden, who's not at full health.
And Kitsune. They say they can win this fight.
And they definitely do. That last kill on Greninja, who really couldn't touch a point because of those mines. And then this last sub-map making Team the Club look really good in comparison. But
Good show from both teams.
Jaden getting play of the game on the Echo on that first map. Just kind of shooting a Brig who's kind of walking in a straight line. He's able to get a nice little anti onto the Ana. Nice little burn on both the rest with help of Potato Boy. Very well done. Alright, Shay, since you were not in, you get to be the captain for sure. Shay, go ahead and pick your first player and map whenever you feel like it. Yeah, I'm switching it up. I'm changing my mind on how it works. Shay, what map do you want? Ooh. All right. Mr. C, go ahead and get us another gamer going. Yep. All right, Shay. Tumas. You said a fish. Oh, I see. All right, so these will be our teams. You can go into your associated VCs. Ender and Staff, you'll be the captains for the next one, just to make sure you guys play again. I know. Be ready. Hit it with the nice little R. I'll miss Shay having a little buddy. Got R from 1. Boom. Let's run it. Who's number 2? Who's this guy, do you think? If you're watching this on YouTube later, go ahead and pop in the comments who you think this guy is. This is my first ever call to action on comments, so consider that a blessing. I'm gonna call him Omnic Charlie. That's probably not his name, but does it say his name actually? I'm sure there might be a plaque or something. No, they didn't even plaque this guy up. This guy's just number 2. Alright, let's think about it. Reinhardt with Juno, Soj, Tracer. I'm seeing some action here. Ana's a little weird there. Tracer's also kind of weird. And then we got Ball, Juno, Lucio, Cass, Farah. I would argue even stranger. Even stranger. So, this is just going to be a strange one. But ball comps kind of lend themselves to be more effective when strange anyway, so. Speaking of which, we already got a pick by the Blankster. Now you're going to shoot the ball. Oh my gosh. Yeah, good luck killing Blank here. Okay, he's able to get it. Reason's like, I'd rather not die here. Doesn't have the slide ready for action. Oh my gosh, Lucio. Giving Reason the business. Getting the body block going. We see ACS swap over to Cast to match Blank. I'm not sure that's the answer, but I guess it does, you know, double into that Pharah slot. Ninja getting some value from this nice little off angle here. Distracting Reason. Pop over to Ryan Cams. What's going on here? Ninja able to take out Reason. Not doing a lot into the ball. And Team Shay getting kind of pieced up. Just walking back to spawn is the only place that they can seemingly find cover. Because what are you going to do with Shay? Like, you can't really do much to ball. You're going to try for the pin. Didn't quite get it. Was able to, okay, gets a nice little pick on an Lucio. Gets traded out though. I think you'd rather have Juno. Doesn't get stunned out of his charge. He's able to get the point back, but not until butt scratch. Ninja goes down. They get a lot of forward progress. They don't use an ult or anything. Okay, they're slowly starting to pick up steam. Ball gets a little bit of business going on here. We see Reason swap over to the Soldier. Gonna have a lot more consistent firepower onto that Pharah. No swaps coming out of the other team though. They're just sitting to stick to this very fast comp minus Blank. Blank is the antithesis of fast. It's more concerned with applying pressure from range, being able to stop mobility. Not that they really have any. See a shatter that goes on to Blank. We see a beat, a solo beat just to kill Reason. A little goofy, silly. Then he gets messed up there. Juno ends up living, and now Ryan is just on point, trying to get this card to move. It's just not moving. Reinhardt finally gets low. Does die. ACS pulls out the ultimate. Gets 2. Blank able to work with Potato Boy to get this kill. Trying to find a reason here. Unfortunate. Can't quite get it. Shea swapping onto the Hog. I'm not sure what this is for. I mean, Hog and Rhine have, like, weirdly some similarities. You'd think, like, Rhine, like, oh, I can contest point for a really long time because of my shield, my overall health. And Hog can do the same thing. Hog doesn't have the shield, but absolutely contest point for a very long time. And then now you have a little bit more control over what's going on with the ball, all this mobility. If you grab one, you're cooking on that department. And now Shea is just sitting here on the point, taking damage, not dying. Unable to really get any value out of these hooks, though. He's able to convince Greninja to leave with the threat of the hook, even though there was no hook to be had. Like, again, unable to stay alive with the focus fire of the soldier. Alright, now they're getting back to that midway point. Got just a little touch on Potato Boy there at the end when he's trying to leave. Now we're pushing the bot. Ninja does get a pick on a reason. Now we're going to want to see out of Team Hog. Get an anti. Oh my gosh, this is a visor from downtown. Autumn gets picked. Now after Shea, you're just looking for your ult to die. The ult and die happen. Ranger here on the flank. Looking for some more value. We're seeing maybe a little soldier duel off on the left. Discord, Reason finds them. Now they decided to reset their health. Reason just gets too greedy. Now, oh, but doesn't know which support to kill first and ends up getting lost in the sauce. Both tanks go down. Fish just trying to stay alive here. But with the help of Reason and Jaden, he's able to stay alive, but now you just gotta force the rest off the point. Autumn being so sneaky, being able to stay alive in these fights. Oh my gosh, the Tracer. Trying to do something, but ultimately does nothing. The beat does happen and Jaden goes down. And with the help of Fish, Reason's able to get a lot of value out of that visor. Those good discords. Now we have a little soldier duel again. Reason didn't have to use any abilities. Blank. Oh, jeez, just not being the Tracer player that we know him to be today. Can only do so much. These are some high out targets. Oh yeah, you're gone, Reason. You knew the minute that happened what was gonna happen. Oh yeah, flying in. Potato Boy's able to dodge that. Right click from the Cassidy. Or not the right click, the stun. And you're Shea's team, you're trying to push whatever lead you can get, but it's so incremental, and then the red team just kind of doing what they can to push the cart back all the way. We got both ults here by Ana and Zen. See if we can pick on Autumn. Just throw the anti down. Okay. Team Shea able to get some points on the board. And it looks like we got some wasted ults from the other side. We weren't really able to get anything from it. Dies a little late. But ACS goes down. Jaden staying alive through all of it, thanks to that nano. We do eventually find him. Oh, he doesn't end up using the anti on himself. Opts for the sleep first. Shay finally using that hoggle. Gets really nothing out of it. And now Shay just dying on point again. The blue team just cannot get actual meaningful cart progress. Able to kill ACS. They're going for the recall. Shay's like, it's doom time. Hog's not doing it. Fish wants to play some Zen. Reason goes down early. Shay's swapped over to the Doom. Unable to find any purchase on that punch. It's nothing out of the empowerment. Oh, Shay's on an island now. Maybe just making the space though. Unable to find any purchase on the punch. Both supports into a corner. It's a good start. Oh, unable to get the pick. Soldier duel here in the corner. Reason's able to pull it out, which is crazy. Started that fight with a lot less health. And then Autumn again, just able to come out of these fights with 1 health. Decidedly not dying. Nice little kill there. We got an orbital here to just kind of rub some salt in the wound. Just dodging the punches passively. Little healing there. And that should be it. No, Shay touches the point on Doom. Flank able to really get up these stairs. Can you get a kill? No, takes it. Autumn gets another kill. Potato Boy gets some mind kills going. Jaden should be able to touch point his Ana. And that's that one. A nice W by Beer Me. TCS picking up play of the game. Doing what he can for the team. A little foot shot there. Grabs a nice little kill there. Grabs another one there. Well done. Alright, so Stafftron, you've had the time to consider, you've seen the evidence, you have the data. Who is your favorite gamer of the evening? Who are you picking first? No, 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 no. We know what he means. Also, Stafftron, do you have a favorite map that you'd like to go to? Alright. Alright. Ender, who are you grabbing? Give me your two. You can have Shay. Of course, of course. Oh. Reason can represent me. I'll allow it. And then Stafftron, go ahead and pick 2 more. Okie dokie. 2 more for the crack. Alright, this is a really important one. Last pick here, Steph. I know. No, he was asking. He was asking who those are in the game. Good pick. Good pick. Okay. Now I like Green Ninja better. That's pretty cool. It's true. All right, gamers. Disperse into your chats, and we'll get this thing going. All right. Let's see. Let's see what they're able to do. I like the Stafflings. I've been seeing a lot of good play out of all of them. Potato Boy doing great today. Blank obviously solid all the time. Autumn having a good game. Unable to die it seems, and then Greninja holding it down for the underground. But Jaden's been doing super well too. So is Reason. Ender's coming in fresh, ready to play. Fish. I think it's the first time I've seen Fish. So not a lot of precedent, but very cool. Very good player so far. And then Shay just looking to redeem themselves after that last game. That's just not the usual Shay we see. Just seemed very lost on that map. Which is interesting because Shay picked it. Maybe just not the team comp to be playing Ryan with. Okie dokie. So, assuming Potato Boy's on tank, Autumn's on support, and Greninja's on DPS, it's really what Staff and Blank want to play. Staff I haven't seen play, so I don't really know. And Blank can play either. Probably would prefer damage, though. Ender, probably support, Reason, and Jaden on DPS, Fish on support, Shay on tank is my guess. Cool, so far I'm correct. I think I'm, yeah, on the red team I'm only correct. Blue team's still... Greninja actually opts to play the support. It's interesting. I think this is a bit of a whiff. I think Blank is better suited to play support alongside Autumn, and Greninja is more, he's advertised himself as a DPS. So I think this is a bit of a whiff, but I do know Blank has been preferring to play some damage lately, just from vibes. So maybe there's just an idea here. Some Blank plus Potato Boy shenanigans. Let's see if I can get a quick early pick here. This is down a weird comp. We love the Lucio with Ryan. Then we have like double hit scan. And I'm not too sure I'm a huge fan of it. Widow, unable to get a lot of purchase. Potato Boy and Autumn able to pick up some kills here. Shay does get Blank. I do like Autumn getting a cheeky little shot onto Reason who's just not paying attention. Reason swapping over to the Sombra to pair with the Rhine. I guess to disable the ball. I don't hate that. I think if you do that though, you use Jaden maybe swap over to Sojourn or Cass. Rhine able to burst through the choke. And that should be Ender. Yeah, he just kind of slid in. Completely unable to do anything there. Potato Boy pushing Shay into a corner. Shay should get really low here. Oh, finds so much. And it looks like that's red team. And then I'm not sure about Fish on... Yeah, I wasn't sure on Fish on Ana. I think this Kiri swap's a lot better. We see Stafftron swapping over to the Torbjorn now that the choke's gone for that Junkrat, which makes a lot of sense. And I'm seeing that, like, the Fire Strikes are just not appearing on the screen. So it's kind of weird. I just have to kind of know if they hit or not, just based on vibes. Blank, able to get out. I wonder if Reason held hack there, if that would have been a pretty big moment. Able to kill 2 maybe here. Shay just getting a ton of value in that corner. And gets the potato boy special. Hot and spicy. Blank getting destroyed by Shay here. Again, we are watching Ryan on King's Row. This is definitely one of Shay's most comfortable maps, if not most comfortable map. So this is all very much was writing on the wall. See Stafftron and Blank swapping over to the Echo and the Genji. I do like that. I think that pairs well with the ball and the Ana super well. I think it's also a pretty good stop into Ryan. You see EMP hit. He's able to kill the Kiriko. But really, that's it. Oh, blanket real low there. Nice little kill by Reason. Stafftron getting low. Reason able to stay alive. So is Stafftron though. Oh! Stafftron stays alive. I think Potato Boy ends up grabbing the Mega. So unable to get healed up that way. But does hold the line. So unlucky by Reason. Going for the boop, realizes it doesn't really matter anymore. You can always just launch yourself up with the, not the boop, the little pocket jump. With the really low cooldown on grapple, but not fireball. Let's get a nice little jump there. Kind of shuts down a lot of that Fury ult. But I'm not sure it mattered. Looks like they get the push regardless. Reason able to find Potato Boy here. Potato Boy getting real low now. We see a beat, we see shatter. We see Potato Boy die. Secret Ninja get saved, but then killed immediately. Oh wow, this is a fight. Stafftron trying to save the day, but just truly unable. And now we're looking at part of the point where I actually really starting to like this comp out of the Rhine team. I like the Sombra being able to just stop the ball on his tracks. You know they're going to play ball. They keep playing it. And the Ashe looks really good on this second point. Being able to get to the high ground. Now you're just waiting for the ball. This Sombra is very antsy though. Opts to go for the MP. Very much not in a safe position, or in a position where the team can follow up on it very easily. Jaden does get Autumn, and Shay is now in the back line. Oh, but yeah, but Bob has been put into a really good spot. Thing is, if you're Fish, you want to get your ult here in a sec. Does decide to keep the grapple. There was no hack at the time. That ball is just contesting. Does get body blocked by Lucio. That's pretty huge. Ryan Shatter immediately grabbed again. Shay getting another across the map pin. Oh, 2.5 minutes on the clock. Looking good. Looking really good. That's the deep dark depths of King's Row. Hashtag reason is a weenie club. I found my way to go down. Am I stuck on something? I'm just gonna... I don't know why my mouse got stuck here. I can't, I can only go down and then up back to this point. There we go. Okay. Currently calling Reason a weenie. Dream dogpiling. Talking about Sombra weenie hood. This is interesting. Wonder if I guess Sombra does like inspire hatred and dissatisfaction. It seems to be kind of her thing. Lucio being goofy. Does end up not getting punished for it. Ninja ends up dying. Saftron's like, guys, I don't know, I'm just not sure on this one. Finds the Sombra. Oh yeah, it's a nice little kill. Probably ends up being in that position mostly because they were getting called a weenie, if I had to guess. That's a pretty weird move to make, all things considered. Shake was down. That was not good. There's a lot of damage coming from the Zen. Potato Boy wants to go in so bad, but couldn't in that moment. Instead, it's just gonna try to corral them into this corner. A lot of point progress here. And they're able to get the nice little boot. Taking a lot of damage at 420. Very cool. Very base. Uh-oh. Tries to find the Ryan here. Who's Discord. Just getting melted by this Zen Discord. Potato Boy not doing a ton, but not dying, which is the part you want. Freezing gets caught out trying to hack a health pack. I think does end up getting the hack though. Blank getting a nice little shot. Does end up dying though to that fire strike. Oop. Comes back. Very cool. Very well done. And now Shay and Co. on the other foot. Just not able to get past this choke, it looks like, with this damage boosted Ashe. Maybe a potential anti-weenie comp? If you have a damage boosted Ashe, it's like, or not Ashe, Sojourn. That's pretty valuable. Oh, but the Mercy leaves and ends up leaving Blank on an island. Autumn pops that Valk. Does get the little health ball from Zen. Potato Boy now gets it. But Ashe is like, give me some sauce. Ooh! But just walks into a pile of Zen orbs. You see Zen popping trance. You see Ball popping mines. Trying to kill this Ana. Fish is getting low. Blank wants a piece of it. Ends up dying before killing Fish. Is not really in the business of getting kills right now, which is unfortunate. We know he can. Uh-oh. Shay getting real low and didn't end up killing the Zen. A little overzealous. There's just really no one to follow up. Ender's not getting that aggressive on the Lucio. Saftron just not dying. Okay, Ender proves me wrong. Gets aggressive on the Lucio. Able to stabilize. Team Ender holding the line with no swaps, just maybe just a difference in idea in how they want to engage this team comp. Now Mercy's in a really awkward spot where she was getting a ton of value before because the team was established and you're getting damage boost on valuable targets. But now she's having to play this game where she's on top of her Zen. Every moment that your team's distracted as the Mercy, like she's getting less and less value. She's very much not the hero that wants you to take your time. Big team kill there. Blank swapping over the fire saying, I still want the pocket, but I cannot play Sojourn. It's just not working. Ninja saying, same thing on the far. Oh, Ender decides it'd be better if I wasn't alive. Reason, same thing. This comp swap is paying dividends immediately. Shay getting low. Potato Boy not gonna die here. And the team gets mopped up. A little swap, doing the dividends. Especially Ender and Reason just being caught out of position. Staftron, Potato Boy, Autumn all have ults. And Shay just needs to land a massive shatter here. And Ender hopefully can get ult in time. Reason really going out of his way to engage early. Shatter gets hit. Always goes for the ball. Reason gets Saftron. Jaden gets Blank. That's people doing their job. Oh, and then again, Autumn just getting completely caught out here. Fish getting that late stagger. That's not good. Autumn did use ult there, but no one else did. Blank, Saffron, and Potato Boy still have those ults. Shay used his ult. Ender now close enough to reliably have beat for this fight. And then Reason just needs to play safe. Saffron getting real low. Again, this Mercy just having to play babysitter for this Zen. Now it's just getting this ball out of here. Blank. Oh no! Come on, Jaden Fish! Reason wasn't paying attention. This is not good. Reason was supposed to be definitely marking that Pharah, knowing full well that Pharah and Saffron were the targets, but Pharah mainly with the DPS pocket. I think maybe, I guess I'd have to go back and watch, but I'm assuming there's a reason was tunnel vision on the Zen when focusing on the Mercy is probably the better option because she'll take you to the Zen. Potato Boy trying to kill this Ashe. It's a big boop. Okay, not Discord anymore. Potato Boy, can you do it? Alright, he's able to come back up. Not without a little bit of damage. They're definitely not taking this map with more time. Fish able to get a kill on Greninja, just a little overextended. Saffron pulling out the ult, getting matched with Beat. I think the Beat was a bit more impactful. Ender trying to stay alive here. Ender is able to get that kill. Potato Boy now in a really good position. Bob chunking down Potato Boy. Potato Boy cannot engage right now. Needs to wait for that Bob to die. Oh no, a Blank goes down. That might be a res though. Oh, but no, it was Greninja who died. It wasn't Blank. Oh, huge mines here. But I think the damage has been done. Oh, they Valk too. No. He's able to get Saffron back up, but I'm not sure it matters. But did Greninja get the orb before he left? No. Did not. Went a little early. Or Saffron was a little late on the orb. Potato Boy dies there. 30 seconds left. They're just throwing ults at the wall. Oh, poor Mercy. She's trying to get out. Barely does. But again, with everybody sitting around, it's like, what do you do as Mercy? She doesn't do anything when people are sitting around. Alright, we're going to go over to some Reason Cam. Blank left the game. Homeboy did not want to play anymore. I think it's over. I think it's over, but I mean, yeah, this is definitely like I get why we say pause, but like I think it's over. Yeah, I think you just walk off point here. I don't think it's really. I mean, they're fighting. I don't think they need to though. Blank might make it back, and it'd be crazy if they are able to get this. Oh, almost Ajax. That's so crazy. Already flaming Blank. So tragic. That's just unlucky. Like, I had the finger ready on the pause. you can argue for it, and I think obviously you're entitled to it, but it was kind of it was a wrap. So I think you just play it out. But we'll see it again. It's not definitely not the last game. Uh-oh. Did we lose the Dreamington? Do I not see you in the lobby for some reason? Oh. Pits. Pits. Alright. Autumn, you can have first pick of your favorite gamer as well as map. Wait, fish? That's the other captain. It's like bold move. Alrighty. No, no, I like it. It's called resistance training. Let him cook. Let him figure it out. All right, fish. Give us your two favorite gamers of the evening, please. You are the captain. You're one of the only people who hasn't been yet. Jaden knows what's coming next. That's the next man. Dang, you have the blue screener and the guy who left at the end of the game, the final hour. That's bold. That's a team. No, there's one more bad luck Larry that has not been picked. I'm gonna see if he gets picked. All right, Autumn, go ahead and pick two more. Oh, bold. Take the other bad luck Larry. All right, and two more for the fish. Two more for your pond. Dang. See, I'm so sorry. Sorry for your loss. Can we get five smaller booms actually? Can we keep them like medium? All right. Go to your assorted chats and let's see how Circle Royale looks from a Ryan point of view. Those are some medium booms. Yeah, one R already. Love it. Can we get an R from the pond? Are the fish ready? Do they have their breadcrumbs? Is their water fresh? Is the brook babbling? Is the river running? How deep slash wide does a pond need to be to upgrade to a lake? And is that the next upgrade? Is it like pond then lake, or is there something in between that I'm just not remembering? Let me know. Let me know in whatever way you deem necessary to inform me. I won't call to action the comments again. There's a million ways to contact me. You can do with that as you will. If anybody contacts me about that question, I will know. Those are true watchers. They are approximately an hour into the video and still listening to my nonsense. So I'm looking at Team Fish, and I'm liking it. Got two range characters, some range supports, double flex, love it. Potato Boy in there to cause some ruckus. Then we got Shay on the Rhine with the Lucio. Good combo. ACS, I don't really like Rhine Ana, but like it used to work back in Overwatch 1 when it came out. I very much prefer like BAP, heck even Moira sometimes, and also like Kiriko. And then this like Torb plus Freya is like, what are we doing here? But I'm gonna watch the Freya because I don't freaking heckin' know this character. Whoa, I forgot you can go up there now as Widow. That's kind of cool. Ball looking for a little bit of PD action, doesn't find anything crazy, decides to keep it in the pocket. Freya again, just kind of shooting at nothing. It's kind of her thing, right? Because you can shoot at nothing and still get value. They might just walk into your little explosive bolts. See the Sojourn with this little off angle, applying some pressure on the back. Freya now, just up in the air. Trying to help the Torbjorn. Hit a boy. Very much getting involved. Tries to find the Soj. Is able to get a little bit of damage going. Walks into the air, dang. And she's like a little moth. Like a little, actually more like a little lightning bug. Widow's just not being able to find it. Shay does get the pick on Fish. Proving that Ryan can do, especially on the first point. I don't think that's unknown knowledge. Arcane tech. Stays alive. Well done. Autumn able to help the team, but does end up leaving Shay on an island, and Jaden also going down. So now, if you're Autumn, you're like, let me get the heck out of here. Potato Boy setting it up. Trying to find this Freya. I don't know how much Freya Ender's played. Maybe none? Or like not a lot? Maybe just trying out the hero? Maybe a ton. Maybe I just don't know. But I haven't really, I don't know. Freya doesn't feel like a very impactful hero to me. Potato Boy, getting some value. Lucio going for a boop. Can't find it. Finds Blank's blaster. Oh, but does end up dying. Oh, I'm on all the wrong heroes. Ender getting a pick on Blank, who's just kind of standing around. Ball finds the way into the back line. Ooh, and gets blasted. Absolutely blasted. By our guy Reason. Upside the head. Potato Boy's in a very comfy position now, just holding this high ground with Reason, who's got ult and a ton of rail charge. Reason holding off on the rail for a long time ends up getting punished for it? Oh wow, I'm not sure about the nano, but also definitely still did get value. I don't know if the nano changed anything though. But I do like that combo. I just don't think there was really anything to go on. Potato Boy again, just having a blast. It's like, hey, yeah, they're playing Ryan again. Let's just keep messing them up. Shay, like, oh, this Circuit Royale map is not fun. See a little bit of Ender taking out Blank action. Love that. Shay getting involved. Nice little nano. Ender not turning around for the Soj. Missing all of it. Oh, Ender. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Okay, we got there. I was getting worried. Okay, stop the ball comp. Can't do this. First shot on the Widow. Zen ends up staying alive. Very, very precarious spot to end up living, which is kind of interesting. Here comes a little bit of ball action. Unable to get a ton out of that rollout. They're finding the side of that tree. Uh-oh, it's time to go back to Blank camp. Just when we left Ender, you get the pick on Saptron. Both supports gone. Blank in this really weird off angle. Not able to find anything yet. Oh, Reason just dies. I don't mind the angle. Oh, there we go. Ana jumping up and down on the cart. That'll do it. Get a pick. Get a pick. Aww. Jaden, Autumn, and looks like a little bit of everybody got a piece of that kill. But chasing down the remnants of Team Fish, the pond. The Potato Boy has his old... Blank's got old... Blank says, I don't need that old. That doesn't do anything. I'm going... We know where they're at. I'm going to Genji. But for why? Let's go ACS, maybe? Oh no, your Ana's on an island. Ana's dead. Ender's dead. Now if you're Autumn, what do you do here? You go duel a Nano Soj. And then you leave because your Ryan's dead. Get the heck out of there. That's what you do. Ball's just taking some damage. Getting a little bit of all charge for Fish. Finds Ender. Oh, doesn't get the piece. Again, takes a little bit of damage. Getting a little bit of all charge for the Fish. But Ender. Low, but not dead. Going for the boop. Can't quite find it. Autumn's like, I know how to boop. But doesn't quite get the kill. Pops the adaptive. Gets out of dodge. Shay has nano. He's going to the back line. And is unable to get a lot of value out of that nano. Paul says, bang! What if I killed you both with my power drive? Love that. Love that splat. Okay, got a little bit more forward momentum. They were stopped there for a second. Rolling into this point. Having a blast. Zen able to get on the high ground with that cool floaty perk. Oh! It's a nice little sleep. ACS says, heh, I got you. And the Ryan, oh! It's a nice little pin on the ball, but she ends up dying. Can't quite handle this ball. A level 3 turret. Oh no. Jaden going down. Just not having the last on this Torb. See a little bit of power drive action. I want to see this ult by Ender. Doesn't really get anything that matters to me. But does get the kill. He's able to save his team. The misery that is Blank. Fouling his team with his Genji. Slicing and dicing through them all. Paul says, I'm just going to walk out the main. I'm drawing a aggro where they don't even remember that Zen's there. They see. Should fight the Zen. She's in the corner. She recovers. Oh! And just... Oh, no. A shatter that did nothing. Oh, Blank. Poor guy. Autumn falls into the mines. No. No. Potato Boy. Doing what he must for the people. It's really the people's ball. Finds the Ana. Ana doesn't die yet. And just splat it. Potato Boy's absolutely doing the most for the people. Finds a kill in the last 20 seconds. Is ready for the team to re-engage. Buys them enough time. And Jaden going down. And Ender going down. Oh no. We see Ball and Genji on point. And they're able to cap it with 10 seconds left. Potato Boy doing the most in combination with Blank there at the end. Wowie, wowie, wow. Shay saying, that was silly. It was a silly game we just played. I agree. It was a bit silly. There are moments where you're like, oh my gosh, the Rhine team did it. They held circuit. And then there's moments where, oh my gosh, Potato Boy is on a roll. They're on a warpath. So we're gonna have to see some adaptations out of the Ryan team. What? A ball? Or the Anazen themselves? Jaden on the Pharah? Because what's gonna shoot at you? I guess Fish and Reason a little bit? But Reason hasn't had the best accuracy on flyers this evening. So are you really that worried about that? Let's go see what this guy's up to. He's having a blast. Look at this little guy. This is a little snowman. And we got Shay picking out the ball. Alright, I'm liking this. Pretty similar team comps. Opting for the Freya over the Soj and then the Pharah over the Genji. But a lot of the same pieces of the puzzle here. Genji gets a nice little piece there. Ball waiting for his chance to pounce. Freya finally hits the ground. Ball. Pretending to be Spider-Man. Ryan team. Pushing. Misses the Freya PD. Blank going in. Dies. Zen dies. Dies right after. Autumn says boom. A lot of big booms coming in the chat. There's no supports, but they do have spawn advantage. Wow. Unable to really get a lot of purchase on that. And they're doing his best here, but unable to actually make enough space for his team with this damage. Oh, there's a piece. Oh, there's another piece. It's so threatening as Freya, because like you hit your shot and you know you killed them, but they have to wait for it. And I like, obviously it's like that's kind of cool and it's kind of fun, but obviously like in the real game of Overwatch, it's like 5v5. It's like if the other support just notices you, you're okay. So it's a little not as exciting during team fights, but when cleaning up, it definitely looks and feels very cool. And do you bolus the ball? Is that a thing that people do? Well, ball that now, but I see reason swap onto the Echo to combat the Pharah. And not a bad swap, but it does look like Reason still ended up dying. Even though he did kill Jaden, did kill the counterpart. Double flex also. Usually you do want at least a hit scan. Just blank swap off the Genji. But Blank loves Genji, we know that. For better or for worse, he loves Genji. Got Flying Zen going on here. Ends up dying. Shay way out of position here. You're just gonna end up dying here. You are absolutely, gonna get decimated. Yeah, it's as far as they're able to push with one big push. They have every ult on the side of the pond. And they have almost every ult on the side of the pile of leaves. You're just missing that nano. So I would say pretty even. Okay, here comes this. Okay, they have the trance. But they still kill Ana through it, because that's how that works. And then now you got a rebuttal. Kill Blank. Reason kills Autumn. Reason doesn't kill Blank yet. Reason goes down. Oh wait, Reason? Same team as Blank. Shay involved. Says, I can't kill the Zen. I can't kill the ball. Just gonna get a point. Jaden hopping up into the sky. Still has his ult. Autumn is the only person to pop ult, and they still win that fight. While Fish and Blank still both using the ult. Potato Boy definitely itching to use the ult here. Can't find a shatter. Finds the ball. Discord comes on late. Jaden gets a kill. Jaden dies thanks to Stafftron. Potato Boy getting some kills. Hasn't pop ult yet. Oh my gosh, guys, this is not looking good. Potato Boy trying to get a kill on Ender. And holds onto his ult through all that. All ults have been used besides Potato Boy's. Dang, you had something there with that fight, but then Ender's ult, unfortunately with Freya, just not getting a ton of value. Jaden gets a kill, but then immediately dies because Stafftron wasn't the first person to get focused. Not really a PD worth writing home about. He's getting absolutely pieced up with damage. Now Genji's really trying to help out here. Reason does die, kind of overextend to help this ball. does help get Autumn, though. Potato Boy gets out. Oh, yeah, both the DPS just trying to follow up on some ball action. Oh, Potato Boy cannot get out. Getting jammed up by the geometry. Ender, even though these Freya ults aren't very impactful, you do get them a lot. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Okay. Funny Freya scream happens, and now she's dead. Oh, wow. Gets really good damage onto Reason's Echo. And then they're able to cap. It's looking to be a bit of a game. I'm worried, though. I don't know if Farah does as well in this last push. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out. She has another shatter. Wow. Ball getting involved. A little bit of Discord action. A little bit of sleep action. Oh, no. Okay, finds Autumn. Finds it. ACS. Literally 12 health. Doesn't die. Does back up into some damage, but doesn't die. It's important. They stave off the fight. Shay can't really touch point for very long. Booms are happening. Shay's re-entering the fray. Blank. Oh my gosh, she's dying. Oh, and fish. Oh no, getting pieced up. You could just press. Oh, you could just press the new Farah ability that pulls them in. You get the guaranteed follow-up shot. Delta Jaden flubbing in the final hour. That was his moment. Then he would have won that fight for his team. Oh, he's gonna regret that one. Blank. Testing cart. Stafftron trying to live in this end on this high ground. Shay is covered in high ground. And just another shatter sent absolutely nowhere. Jaden finding something. Ends up dying. Kinda getting low. Unable to kill Reason. DCS says, I gotta get out of here, man. Potato Boy has ult. Stafftron has ult. Ready to combat whatever Ender's throwing at him. Potato Boy's ults, they've been pretty dang good. No one's really dedicated to point yet. It does look like it's going to be a Jaden touch. ACS with 4 health. Wow. Jaden's the last one on. Just goes down. Team Fish, the pond. Takes it home. After some heroics from the Genji. And see the play of the game. Slashing. Slicing and dicing. Getting important kills in the beginning. Gets shot the entire time. Missing some slashes, but lives with 12 health. Doesn't die to the Rhine. That's the important part. Gaming. I thought it was pretty neat. Definitely do. If your name is Jason, do not watch the VOD. If you if you want to feel good I'm like, not sure about the Genji pick here. I don't think he's really doing anything. I'm like, kind of lost sight of where the guy was there. Unlucky. I believe it. I do give you like I throw you a bone. I'm like Jason playing the Genji here, having a good time. I know maybe it's not working out, but I know he likes Genji. That's what I know. I'm trying to figure him out. I'm just toying with him, tinkering. Jaden, who do you want to put on your team of gamers, and then where do you want the map to be? You got a lot of time to think. I know there's a lot of decisions. Good pick. Good pick. I love that pick. All right, Zero. We're throwing you right into the fire. Pick your two favorite gamers that you see in the lobby, and they'll be on your team. There you go. He's a fan favorite amongst the people. All right. Jaden, two more. Uh-oh. Don't get out of breath. It's okay. We'll be here. All right. So shit. We'll put shit on your team. You want shit and fuck? We can have both of those. You can have both. Fuck no, we're not having that. Man's going for the last resort. He's grabbing the vape charger. I'm plugging in. I'm about to hit the blicky. There, he had to run and get one. He had to run across the house. This man was rummaging. This man was foraging. You don't have to sweat. It's okay. Boom. All right, Zero. What is happening in this call? Who's griefing you? Who's IRL griefing you? All right, Jaden. All right, Jaden. Last pick. You can have the guy who hasn't had a good map, the boom guy, or the guy who keeps playing Ryan. You can pick. I mean, those are just odds. Those are just odds, baby. Let's get this guy. All right. Get into your chats. If you're in Team 2, go to Overwatch 2 chat. And everyone else, you can stay here, do whatever. And we'll start soon. Good luck. Okay. We got a little bit of cat online. That's pretty cool. A little bit gato, man. That's cool. Welcome back to the Losers Lounge. Shay, welcome.
Yeah. Enjoyed having be here. Last map was a lot of fun. I think
Last map was surprisingly close. I thought it was good. I thought you performed very well with what you were handed.
the energy was top. Like,
It did
loved
look
it.
like a fun one.
Autumn said they picked by vibes. So
That's a good
honestly,
one.
great job.
Good job then. All right, looks like they're ready to go. I'm excited for this map, although I'm not excited for the teams at all. Not let's say that they're not exciting, but that's not my focus. I just love this map. It's my favorite map. So I love
It's
watching
so
it.
colorful. It's so like
Exactly.
dynamic.
All the points are feel very different and how you approach them. I think that's good. I don't think there's really a bad hero on this map. I'd say maybe the closest thing is like Widow because of how much you have to move around, how many walls there are. Maybe Widow's not great, but other than that, it feels like every hero is pretty viable here. What
We
Yeah, you
had
got you some levers.
uh, huh.
Well, the game won't start without him, so let me see what the heck happened there.
Well, I guess time to substitute a couple people. No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
Blink's back,
Blank's back. Jade may have dropped the controller again.
maybe. Oh, I'm watching this turret on point. Oh, never mind. There was a turret on point.
Jade unable to join. Oh, does make it. Okay. Okay, and now we're live. Love it, love it, love it. A little bit of tomfoolery before we get our main course.
Just a little silliness.
Yeah. Just a little silly times.
So blink on the Genji in, I assume.
You think so? Let me look. No.
Well,
No. Yep.
yeah.
I knew Ender and Autumn on supports. I knew Reason on damage, but I was like, Blank plays tank here, and Jaden can still stay on DPS. But no, he is one track mind today. We have Nah taking tank from Potato Boy, Fish and Zero. I didn't know what Zero was gonna play. Oh my God, Saftron was definitely DPS last time I saw him. So yeah, that team is a whole thing too. This is just gonna be goofy. Saftron has yet to pick. Opted for the Tracer.
Zero on Moira. Okay.
Moira. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, so Fish's hero pool seems to be Ana, Zen, and Brig.
Yep.
At least that's what they said, but that's, yeah, I'm not sure how that would fit into how they want to play here.
Yeah, it wouldn't if we're sticking with the Moira. Zero goes down early. Tries to probably DPS Moira onto Reason, but isn't gonna work. Freya getting some value here. And able to pick up the kill and the Doom at the end here, right? Alright, so pretty decisive fight.
Oh, no, he does catch it. Respawn.
They're all so low. Zero really caught out. Same with the soldiers. The soldiers for sure gonna die.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is Jaden just bubbles blank to the engage and clean up. Yeah, just go for there.
Makes a ton of space for Reason on that Freya. Autumn can focus on doing a little bit of damage on top of just keeping up Jaden. Zero goes down. Blank also goes down. Zarya's supercharged. Just don't know if it's gonna matter. Zarya still just walking in.
Interesting.
Should die here though.
Right.
And that should be point one.
And the blade.
Just kind of wastes the dash, but looks like it's still fine. Yeah, I think this might just be a little bit too much off rolling. I think having Potato Boy on the damage instead of the ball, that doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nuh-uh could probably play DPS. I know he plays Doom mainly, but
Well, he said Lucio too, so like put him on support maybe. I don't know.
Lucio would work with either of these supports. Ana Lucio or Moira Lucio both work.
Mm-hmm.
but maybe Zero and Fish are just diehard supports. And Genji looks really good into this comp. You can be a lot more methodical. You don't charge the Zarya nearly as much. You can rush down the Soj and the Ana really well. I think this is probably just more of a symptom of Jaden knowing kind of what everybody plays before picking them a little bit more, and this is Zero's first attempt at it.
Right.
So kind of just getting a feeling. Picking a friend, always a smart idea. Grabbing Potato Boy, very much also a good idea. And Fish and Saffron are also new, so it's just a bunch of people that don't really know each other, kind of trying to fit in the system. But they're already at 50%. Fish able to get a kill on Autumn. That's really it.
So they can come and
Oh,
that's a
choice. That's a choice.
yeah. I was gonna say they can grab Cole or maybe Sojourn overclock and grab like.
No, swapping over to the Doom, probably a better call. Even though we're trying to mirror the Zarya, I think just playing to your strengths is a good here. Fish swapping over to Alari, not one of the heroes you named earlier. But I don't hate Alari on this map. I think able to get a kick on a Stafftron. Jaden grabbing Fish and Potato Boy. And they've dedicated someone a point, but I don't think it matters. It's just the Doom. He's not really that lethal on his own. He can get some boops and stuff, but it's really not enough. Zero does decide to pop Cole.
Trying to get this flip.
Doesn't get the Ajax on the Lucio. Lucio does get the beat, which is super important. And Blank now just cleaning up on the Genji. Probably trying to find Fish. Yeah, Fish is getting low. So now it's Nuh-uh versus the world.
Yeah, for me personally, Ilari just seems to struggle with being able to have range. You know, you always want your pylon to be safe, and then your beam only reaches so far.
Yeah.
But being a hit scan on the support isn't a bad idea.
It's interesting. I think when I imagined how Ilari was gonna play before she came out, I imagined her to play a lot like how Freya actually plays. She kind of floats around, and she's not really like a flyer, but she's like a floater. She does like kind of just sit around, takes like vertical space in a very dynamic way. That's a pretty good ult from Reason. I like that. I rarely see that ult get that much value.
Yeah.
And already a quarter of the way to the next ult. That's how fast this character charges ult. This might be a quick 3-0. Looking like it might be possible.
I think Blank should just send it into their back line, like every fight from now on. Just make it like, you know,
just make it
really
awkward.
Entertaining.
We see Blank just grabbing a kill on Potato Boy, who again is just like that is a tank player. It's a nice little headshot onto Doom there from Autumn. Forcing that ult out earlier. These fights are just super disjointed. Blank's just having fun in the back line. Getting super close to Blade. Able to pick up Potato Boy. We're all trying to get away from Blank, but does get the boop. That was a big boop from Fish, pretty much nullifying this entire Blade. But all the while, no point progress being made by the red team. Autumn dies here. Might be it. I don't think they're dedicated anybody to the point.
That's alright, they got Blank, they took care of the beast.
And that's that. They just opted for a fight win. They are very much disinterested in trying to continue this map, which makes sense. If you're not having much success, might as well just push everything into that last fight, make it fun. Yeah, that was a huge ult. Not sure I would say Blank did a ton here, but I definitely saw it from Reason's perspective as a pretty cool ult for sure. That was pretty quick. right, you and Ridley are captains. I'll do what I'll pick. You guys know what's up. I'll just grab a push map while you guys are picking. Yeah. All right, get into your chats. Go for it. And we're back.
One more.
I'm just gonna. Once I see that 5 people in that Overwatch 2 chat, I'm just gonna go ahead and send it.
There we are.
All right. So these are quick picks. They're waiting
Mm-hmm.
on what? I don't know what they're waiting on. There we go. Okay. So I'm assuming Potato Boy on tank, Autumn and Fish on support, Reason and Blank on DPS. That makes sense
Mm-hmm.
to me. Looking at the other team, there's 0-1 of the play support. Ender's been playing a lot of support. Jade and Saffron have been playing damage. ACS hasn't played tank today, I don't think, but does play tank, so
Yeah,
that would
I
be
can
my
see him.
guess.
He rolls out on ball, don't he?
He's yeah, Ball. I know Ramatra, Junker Queen, Winston.
Was hovering over the queen earlier, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I could see some Queen action. Hazard. I was gonna also say Hazard, but I don't know. I didn't know he was still playing Hazard like that.
Interesting.
But yeah, all right. I'm liking the matchup. Like I think Fish and Autumn have been pretty strong in support. I think Ender also
Mhm.
has been playing strong. I haven't really seen Zero other than that last map, but that's not like a fair showing.
Right.
I think Jaden's been doing really well in damage. I think Stafftron might struggle on the Reaper against a Tracer and a Genji. And really just going to look for value on the ball. Just finding the ball in a position where he can get damage on it.
Mm-hmm. This very much looks like 2 full teams for dive.
Oh yeah, like the red team is just zombie comp. They're just going to run at something and just kill it. If they die, cool. And it looks like they're doing really well. It's really hard to kill any of their backliners, Moira and Genji, or Moira and Lucio. It's hard to kill Reaper and Hazard. So you're really just trying to focus the Genji. Who's still not that easy to kill. Let's see. I think this is going to be a hard comp for Ball to dive. Like this is ultimately the answer to zombie comp is a Ball comp, but it's not the Ball comp we're seeing. It's not Moira. It's not Moira Juno.
No.
When we watched zombie comp lose in 2022, when it was doing really well, what eventually killed it was Brig. Anti-dive.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm.
And heck, like
Yeah,
even like Echo does really well into this comp because like what are you as these characters supposed to do to an Echo?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of like hit scan potential or like range. Everything is projectile or right close.
And that's kind of the other pick too, is that you pick Echo and then you pick maybe like another semi-mobile range character, maybe like Freya or Ashe or Sojourn. That's someone that can use a mobility cooldown to get away from the initial dive. But right now, what's happening is they're just unable to really find any purchase in their own dive.
Mm-hmm. I think both those DPS would be a great pick for Blank and Reason to swap, but I don't think they're gonna swap. So let's just see how it goes.
It's like Reason should be able to kill ACS here, but it's After a pretty long fight, they don't really win it convincingly enough to probably have like a really big push here, but at least enough to get it back to this neutral position. Start pushing the bot under the bridge.
Part way there, yeah.
The thing is, Ender and Saftron invested ults there. No one on the other team, blue team, did. Reason getting pick on Jaden. That's your first step. Getting ball is kind of big early. You definitely need your ball for these engages. You trade Genjis. Ender's able to kill Fish, and now they're pushing the other direction.
Autumn's gonna fall here soon if she can't get out. Ball's back with him.
Oh wow, yeah.
So this should be cap unless ball comes to touch and stall, and then we might see a coalescence. Nope.
Saftron trying to kill Blank there, able to get out with that shared adaptive. And you have butt scratch here. So you're really just sitting pretty if you're red team. You don't really even need to push anymore. Blank going for some slice and dice action. Links up with Potato Boy to get the back line. That's pretty big. Saftron the entire time just making sure that if they're going to lose this fight, might as well delay the point.
Get some progress, delay point, yeah.
ACS following suit. Dedicating Blade here. Wow, and it's actually paying off. Jaden linking up with ACS there was huge. Buying enough time for both the supports to come back. And that's another thing. The supports died very early, and they bought their time on point with some characters that can sustain really well. And then they're both very fast to get back. You have that Moira initial boost of speed. Lucio comes out of spawn to catch up with an actual literal speed boost. And now you're just back in the fight.
Now they're committing ults, just gaining more space. I really want to see, like, try to make a Juno ult here, yeah.
Juno ult. Oh, wow. Saftron able to nullify a lot of that healing from that ult. The Tracer is taking the cart. Able to kill the Moira, who ended up going for the damage orb over the healing orb. They do kill the Tracer eventually to avenge the Moira, but the Tracer did a good job there to kind of stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. The red team's out of ult, so now they play the economy game a little bit. Saftron's able to kill Fish. Jaden's trying not to die here. Saftron's able to kill Blink. Yeah, Saftron really showing up on this Reaper. This is definitely, like, it looks to be more of a comfort pick than what we saw in the last map.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden trying to play the hokey pokey here with the Tracer. Able to get a lot of damage on the Tracer. Does end up dying. Fish unable to keep them up. Or, not Fish, sorry. Zero. We end up going down as well. Reason doing everything he can to win this fight.
Yep. Got another pulse.
And this zombie comp, when they die so... It takes a long time to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And that just eats more time off the clock.
Which is why it does so well, is because the clock is...
That's the game and push.
Mm-hmm.
The whole game. Looking for a pulse bomb here. Oh, Data Boy boops them out of the pulse bomb right in the nick of time to save them, but ends up still getting a bunch of kills there, so it ends up being okay. Hazard going for an ult here.
I don't think he got anyone.
No, I don't think so either. I think Moira's able to get out of there. Data Boy able to get a lot more kills. I wonder if ACS is just swapping off the Hazard.
I wonder, yeah.
Value. Unless he just really wanted to kill Fish. It looks like he ended up staying. Yeah. Maybe he just wanted to kill Fish really bad, but just wasn't able to do it. Potato Boy and Fish, or Zero, having a little bit of a duel. Potato Boy coming out on top. Looks like Fish is here, getting poked out by Hazard. Potato Boy in that room, trying to make space.
I think, ooh, yeah, get dealt J, and then
yeah,
kind of slows them down.
Is he able to poke and prod and find these weaknesses? Being more methodical. I think this is a good pivot from Potato Boy. Although hasn't swapped heroes, has swapped how he's engaging on ball.
Hmm.
I think before it was just all aggro, just keep going, similar to what the Hazard comp was doing. But now, more methodical, poking and prodding, trying to find the weaknesses, and then going in where the zombie comp has actually left someone behind. Now here they go in with the beat. Jaden,
Zone.
yeah, Jaden with the blade there should just wrap it up. But that's a lot of ults out. You use 2 ults on the side of the red team. Lucky blank using that ult there. I was about to say, I was like, you have a pretty decent ultimate combo going to this next point. Well, scratch that. I would say Pulse is not really much of an ult economy. Tracer here found the Lucio, unable to get any damage on him. Oh, blanket really low. Saftron getting focused by the ball. Pulse goes wide, but does end up dying. Just causes enough turmoil. Potato Boy really linking up well with Blank here. A lot of big damage coming out. Now it's just the Hazard and the Genji.
I think you stall. Yeah. You're just trying to, as ACS, get as much time off the clock as you can, because you can still hold this forward spawn here.
Especially with that ult. Plus Moira. I think those are 2 really good ults for what we're trying to do here. And but again, Potato Boy has been very, very lethal with these bomb ults about denying space. Okay, puts the Pharah on the ground. Pharah doesn't die though, so that Hazard goes in early.
Too.
Just looked like no one was able to follow up on it. The mines are
I think
used.
they had the ideas for it, but yeah, it just wasn't there.
Blank going down. Okay. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like they're able to just squeak out the lead here. Doesn't ensure the victory, but now it puts the win in the camp of, you know, the red team needs to now turn it all the way around.
Yeah, ACS's team is on the back foot. They have a blade coming up and feed, but Fish has coalescence. If they don't die here.
Autumn trying to keep the team up. Cole goes live. Heals up Autumn.
Yep. Hazard's
no
so
sleep
low.
used, but that
Huge.
mobile. Oh my gosh. The mobile fire barrage cleans it up. Definitely a good map. Good last map.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw this play of the game happen. Waits for those cooldowns to come back. Cole gets used, sees the team, drops it.
Nice.
Well done. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed watching those games. So I'm gonna end the recording exactly pretty much at 2 hours and start uploading.